What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And in this episode, we are going to be testing TAA versus DLSS 4 versus DLSS 5 in God of War Ragnarok. And without further ado, we're going to just go over our settings. We're going to be using the 5090 in 5080 mode. And we're going to start our testing with TAA and all settings at the Ultra preset. So let's get into it. And in this scene here, the game starts off pretty well with its TAA implementation. But as we zoom in a little bit here, you can start to see where stability falls apart. You can see this foliage setting here on the ground. It looks a little glitchy, it looks a little shimmery. You'll also see the biggest amount of, or largest amount of ghosting in the image, as this is the least stable out of all modes tested. Now, if you pay attention to the middle of Atreus' back, you can see this flicker with the shadows. That's something that's just going to be present in all TAA or DLSS implementations, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I will say that you can see the instability in Atreus' hair, as that wasn't present in other DLSS implementations. And now we have the golden standard DLAA using DLSS Transformers 4.0 model preset K. You get top-notch image stability with the potential side effect of some ghosting. However, you do pay for this in the highest power consumption, highest VRAM cost, and your GPU will be at 99% utilization, which means you're building a render queue and not getting the best latency that you can get. Up next, we have the tried and true DLSS quality setting using the Transformer 4.0 model preset K. And this keeps the majority of the stability in the image as well as DLAA, with the potential side effect of a small ghosting trail on finer particles. Here we have DLSS 4.5's preset M, and you can start to see the cracks in the image stability here. The overall image is pretty sharp, but as we zoom in, you'll be able to see the flicker on the foliage here. If you can ignore that, the overall image is pretty much stable. And here we have NVIDIA's most ambitious model, preset L, in the ultra performance mode. And I have to say, this is really impressive for an upscaler to upscale an image from 720p up to 4K and basically keep it stable in motion, except for a few flaws here and there. After we zoom in, we can really see the additional flicker on the foliage here. And now we're trying something a little different. We're going to put NVIDIA's most ambitious model, preset L, a little bit higher on the upscaling slide. So this is preset L at the performance mode at 50% resolution scale. And as you can see, it actually cleans up the image even a little bit better than preset M did. This setting is going to give you the best compromise between image stability and frame rate. And now let's go over our performance metrics. So starting with TAA, you're going to get about an average of 100 frames per second at 4K native, 1% lows at about 90 to 91 frames per second, and VRAM used is 7.48 gigabytes. Following up with preset 4.0, preset K's DLAA, you're going to get about an 8% frame rate penalty. Same usage as far as the VRAM, and your 1% lows follow as well at about 82 frames per second. And using DLSS quality preset K, you will gain a 22% performance boost, and you're able to keep that same sweet visual quality, pretty much the same as DLAA. And next up we have DLSS balanced. This is also using preset K. This is a very well-known little secret to keep the same image stability basically as the quality setting while gaining a little bit more performance and also saving some more cost on your VRAM. Gamers on larger monitors might be able to see a little bit more of a blur. And now we have DLSS 4.5's performance mode using preset M. You're going to be basically at the same performance level as DLSS 4.0's balance mode, although you might be able to see a slightly crisper image, but at the same cost and performance as balanced. You're also going to see that foliage flicker like we talked about earlier. And here we have DLSS 4.5's preset L in the ultra performance mode, giving you about 56% performance gain overall. But as we talked about earlier, it does come with image quality costs.
Follow you?
This mode is going to be my top pick as far as quality and performance without sacrificing too much of either. So this is preset L overridden with 50% upscaling, and you get a little bit less performance than preset M. It's only really about 2% lower than preset M, but it does clean up the flickering much better. And this one I call the Performance Plus mode. So this is preset L using DLSS 4.5 at a 54% resolution scale. You get superior visuals. You basically get no foliage artifacting. You get a perfectly crispy image. And in some cases, this even beats DLAA, which has been known to show some ghosting. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this data and this video. Please give me a like and a sub. Let me know what game you'd like to see me test out DLSS modes in the future. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.